Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you some brand new goodies from Sleek Makeup. They sent me along some of their latest releases and I was really excited because Sleek is one of the first brands I ever, I guess kind of discovered on YouTube. I watched a lot of British beauty YouTubers when I first started watching YouTube, like 4 or 5 years ago. I placed an order for Sleek and I was so excited to try out like their contour kit. They've got a great line of products. If you want to see like a big rundown of Sleek's line, let me know down below. But it is out of the UK and I feel like that stops a lot of people from trying it, but they've got a website which you can order from and I've ordered from them several times. Shipping is like under $10, I think. It's all really great priced. Packaging is beautiful, amazing bright colors that you just cannot find at North American drugstores. But let's go ahead and get started. I've got some eyebrows, eyes, and lippies to show you. So the first item we're going to talk about are their new Lip VIP lipsticks. These come in some super bright, great shades, and Sleek kind of prides themselves on making colors and products and shades that match anyone from the most fair all the way up to the most deep, and I totally agree with that, and you'll see it in some of the lighter shades that I'm wearing. They're not good for me, but they're definitely good for someone of a more fair skin tone. My only problem with these lipsticks is I wish that they had put the stickers of the names on the bottom, because when you take the lid off, if you have like two open at a time, for example, you're not going to know which lid goes where, but they're a really nice kind of cream finish. They say that they're like a semi-matte. I would definitely say they're more of a cream because they've got like vitamin E and coconut oil, so they're very moisturizing, so they don't really have a matte feel to them. I'd say they're probably more cream. The first shade that I'm wearing is Private Booth. This is a pretty nude shade. I could definitely use a darker lip liner with this, but if you are of a lighter skin tone, I think that this could be like a great peachy nude shade for you. Then up next is Reserved. This is kind of like a light pink shade, not my kind of shade at all. Anything cool and pink is generally not for me. I'm very warm skin toned, but if you are a fair skin tone, this is one of those kind of beautiful, very wearable shades for you. Then up next into the corals, this is Guest List. It's a bright coral and I really like this one. I could probably use a lip liner with it, but it is going to be beautiful for summer. Then we have Backstage. This is still a coral, but it's a little bit more warmer and a little bit more wearable for me, and I really, really like that one. And then the last two are my favorite. Night Spot is like a red with a little bit of hot pink in it, and it just looks amazing. I think that this one would look like amazing on every single skin tone. And then the one that I'm wearing, of course, you know I'm a huge fan of orange lipsticks, and this one is Flaunt It, and I am obsessed. If you'd like to see a video on orange lipsticks, I will totally do that because I think they're underrated and much more wearable than you would think. But overall, I really like this formula of lipstick. Very moisturizing, especially in comparison to all of the very drying liquid lipsticks that have been kind of happening lately. It's kind of refreshing to wear something that doesn't make your lips feel dry, and the range of colors is amazing. Up next, every company and their dog is coming out with a brow product, and I love it because I saw this quote that said, when I was a kid, I had no idea how important brows would be, and that is so true. I got really lucky. I started waxing my eyebrows in like grade 8 and they were so thin, but somehow they grew back, and I'm so happy that that happened. But to give them a little oomph, I definitely like to do my brows, and I do fill them in like every day. This is their eyebrow stylist. This is like $8.99. It comes in 3 different shades. I have it in the darkest shade, so then there's a medium, and then there's also a blonde shade, I believe. It's not like the Brow Wiz. It is more like the Makeup Forever new sculpting pencil that has kind of like the triangle end on it, or the Tom Ford one, and I think Ardell just came out with one as well. Oh no, and Anastasia has another one out too. It's the Brow Definer, I think. So it's a little bit thicker, but I really, really like it. It is great for filling in your brows. It's creamy, but not too creamy. It's definitely on the creamier side, I guess you could say, if you were to compare it to like the Brow Wiz. That is definitely like a harder wax, and this is a little bit more soft, but not too soft. It doesn't distribute too much pigment, and it lasts a really long time as well. Then lastly, they released 2 new of their Eye Divine eyeshadow palettes. This first one that I'm going to show you is in the shade A New Day, and if you follow me on Snapchat, you may have seen that while I was trying to take some cute Insta pics, this one hit the ground, and it's so sad. The shade that I was most excited about in here smashed, but I was able to kind of push it all back together. This one here I think would make a really, really great, this kind of lightest golden shade would make a really good face highlight as well. I had planned to kind of try it out like that, but Sleek's eyeshadow pigmentation and formula has gotten so much better over the years. I've got some of their palettes from like 4 or 5 years ago, and they are much more dry. These are still a dry formula, but they've gotten much more pigmented. So this is the one in the shade A New Day. And then they also have All Night Long. These are great kind of like everyday palettes, but they've got enough dark shades where you can deepen it up, a good selection of mattes and shimmers, and I feel like they always do that in their palettes. Like, they always have a great selection of mattes and shimmers, and then these are just two really great neutral palettes. And the packaging, like I say every single time I talk about Sleek, it is amazing. It is super thin, not bulky like drugstore. It just, you would never say it was drugstore if you had never heard of the brand, and it always really impresses me. I just wish they wouldn't put these little sheets in there. But I get that they, I guess, have to make these palettes 100 times over for all of their Eye Divine palettes, so it makes much more sense, and if it cuts costs, then fair enough. I don't really care what the shade names are. But those are all the new goodies from Sleek. Let me know if you would like to see a Sleek video, because this is a brand that I really, really love, and I think not enough people are using it. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!